It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. What's happening? Back for another week of your favorite podcast, I guess. If you come here every week and you've been coming here every week for how many years now? It's been 6, 7, 8? I don't remember.
5, 6?
Something like that. Damn, it seemed longer than that.
Yeah, maybe. That's what sometimes girls say. But
but either way, if you come back every week, we appreciate you. Thank you. Let's get right to it. Andrew, what did you see this week that was positively brilliant? What did you see this week that made you say, what a fucking idiot?
Should we start out with positively brilliant, or should we
Whatever
start
you
out
want,
with,
baby.
Positively brilliant was NASCAR faking the noose thing. I thought that was positively. I knew that shit was fake immediately when they started talking about it.
Was it fake though?
Yeah, it was like a rope pull for the garage door.
Here's the thing. I saw that and I said, how racist is NASCAR that they didn't notice a noose hanging from the garage door since last fucking year?
Funny. It's just been there.
Like nobody was walking by that shit and said, hey man, that looks like a noose. Everybody just assumed it was the garage door opener. Because a noose is a very specific type of rope style. Like it's actually a rope style.
Right.
Like if you've ever been in the Boy Scouts or whatever, you can Google, there is a noose. There's a way to tie it like a noose.
Right.
People just walked by it and just like, oh. So this is why diversity matters.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace can't be the only one.
Since 2019, he never saw it?
He probably was never paying no attention. I mean, everybody's a little bit more sensitive to race and race issues now.
Well, that's the thing. Like once you buy an Acura, you notice every single time you see an Acura. You know what I mean? Like the second you get a new car, like you get a new pair of sneakers, right. You notice every single person with your new pair of sneakers. So like,
you're absolutely right.
If you're going hard on, the racism is in your sport and you're like, yo, we got to get this shit out of here. But I thought it was a dope moment. I just thought Bubba Wallace fucked it up by coming in 14th. If he won, he would have had a perfect 30 for 30. That would have been the most amazing story ever.
You already know. You got to win, baby.
You got to win. You can't come in 14th.
Win.
Black people were watching, bro. I think black people were like, yo, I might be into this shit. And then he came in 14th and he was like, eh.
You know why Ali's the GOAT?
Because he won.
He won. He came back and won. After going through all of that adversity, being out for a few years, he came back and he fucking won. You got to win, Bubba.
You got to win. Gotta win, man. Yeah, so that was brilliant to me because I thought the marketing, if he would have won, the marketing would have been genius. And like, maybe you could have turned Bubba into one of these like figures that has like helped the sport cross over, like Tiger Woods was for golf, or the Williams sisters were for tennis, these traditional like white sports. And you've seen the sports blow up in terms of money once the black audience entered it. And I'm thinking, if I'm NASCAR, I'm like, oh shit, we could go with this one if he manages to pull through. And
I wonder why more black people don't fuck with NASCAR though. Like even just as drivers. I mean, I don't think it's I mean, I could be wrong. Please feel free to tell me if I'm wrong because I know y'all will.
Yeah.
But are they keeping people out, or are black people
know
not
what
gravitating towards the sport?
You don't want to know what it is? It's the same reason why you don't see a lot of black people fuck with hockey.
Because they assume it's a white sport.
They assume, but also the barrier to entry is large because it's so expensive. Like these are really expensive sports. Like even if you look at like the F1 people, like Formula One, the highest racing thing, they're all rich kids. Every one of them, their parents are like, or almost every one of their parents are like millionaires or that kind of shit like that. And they just have tons of money because you need to have so much disposable income in order to like build out these race cars when you're younger and build out these go-karts and like constantly travel around the world for these tournaments. It's a super expensive thing. So you often see people who are very wealthy in it. And that's usually, if you want to look at the numbers, white people probably dominate the wealthy sector of America.
No, I get it, but because I'm like, I know black people love cars. We Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And imagine driving in a place where they can't pull you over.
Yeah, high speed chase. It could be
yo, this is right up your alley, man.
That's why I'm upset, Bubba. Why'd you come in 14th? Supposed to come in number 1, baby. You should have acted like the people who put that noose on that garage door was chasing you.
Yeah. Yo, you know what they should have done? His rear view mirror? They should have just put cop cars in it. You know what I mean? So like, so he actually can't see anything behind him but cop cars, and he just goes for it.
You thought that was brilliant in NASCAR? The only reason I say I don't think it was brilliant in NASCAR is because like NASCAR already has the perception of being racist, and I mean I don't know anything about NASCAR other than that.
I guess what let me clarify. If NASCAR like blew up the story as a way where they could then showcase how accepting and how willing to like fight against racism they were, which is what they did the next day, right? Like all the people rolled him out and the whole crowd is going crazy and he's crying. He's got the American flag face cover thing. Like for a moment, you're like, oh my God, NASCAR's not racist, man. These people are actually rooting for this guy. And like, this is a beautiful moment. And then the next day you find out that the news ain't real. So they marketed it brilliantly. Yeah. I'll say they did that. That was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and what the FBI said, it wasn't news, but it wasn't a hate crime targeted towards Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, and they can't really even confirm that I think that it was like a noose.
Nah, they said it was a noose.
Oh yeah?
I mean, like I said, a noose is a rope style. So
yeah.
It was in the form of a noose, like, which even would make sense as a garage puller, right?
It would also make sense for NASCAR that they would find a way to put nooses in there.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm telling you, that's why diversity matters. A black person would have saw that last year and be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like that's a noose. Like that's not gonna work.
Yeah, okay. We need a different rope pull.
I'm gonna tell you what I saw that was positively brilliant.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Jon Stewart's movie.
Oh,
Irresistible.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews of it, but I don't even like when people say stuff like that. When they say, oh, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews. Of course you've been seeing mixed reviews. Because everybody's going to have different opinions of a movie, right? But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It stars Steve Carell, and Rose Byrne, I think her name is.
Okay.
And it's a movie about political satire. And it just shows like how fucked up the media is, how fucked up political strategists are, how fucked up, our government is. It's actually really, I thought it was good. I thought it was highly entertaining.
Yeah.
And I love when people like Jon Stewart find different mechanisms to get their messaging out. Because we all know Jon Stewart has a very unique POV. We watched it on The Daily Show for years.
Right.
But he hasn't been on The Daily Show in forever. So the only time you see John is when he pops up on Colbert here and there.
Right.
And for him to have put together this whole movie after all of this time, I thought it's a good look for him, especially being that he had a deal with HBO and never gave HBO nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
is the deal on
one
HBO?
thing to HBO. Is the what?
Is the deal on HBO?
No, he had a deal with HBO.
Is the movie on HBO?
No. The movie's coming out in theaters.
Oh,
actually, it's coming out this Friday. It's gonna come out in theaters and at home on demand or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you been doing that? Have you been watching movies that are supposed to come out in theaters? Have you been watching them at home?
Nah, but I've been watching tons of movies. But I don't think we're going back to the theaters, bro. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap too. I think it's a wrap for everything that's not a big blockbuster. I think that stuff like Marvel, those Fast and Furious, those will be events that'll be in some form of theater.
Yeah.
Everything else we can watch at home.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? Like, why haven't they done like Avengers? Why didn't they do that at Cowboy Stadium? That's what I would have done. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm like, yo, you guys want to premiere this here? Get 100,000 people. Everybody gets a headset and then just play it on that massive screen. You got 100,000 people weeping as Iron Man dies.
You mean before Corona?
Yeah, pre-Corona. Yeah,
okay,
why did that never happen? Why didn't you have these like giant cultural events in these massive stadiums? Because I think post-Corona, that's the only place you could do it. You could do drive-thrus or you could do like open-air venues, but nobody's going to some tiny-ass movie theater sitting in the same seats. Some other motherfucker was just sitting in coughing all over the place.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I would go to a movie theater if I went to Cowboy Stadium.
Tell me why.
It's a matter of numbers at this time, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my chances with 80 before I take my chances with 80,000.
Yo, but think about the protests, the Black Lives Matter protests and marches. Like it seems like there weren't spikes in Corona because of that.
Good cause. You know what I'm saying?
Corona's racist.
It's a good cause.
Corona's racist.
It's a good cause. Like I'm saying, it's Trump cards in this thing, right?
Okay.
Racism, police brutality, A video like George Floyd, that's a big joker. Coronavirus is kind of like the little joker, deuce of diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm willing to risk my big trump card. You know, I'm
Right.
about that. This is worth it.
Yes.
You know, I can, if I get it, I can say, hey, I was out at a protest. Nobody will call me an idiot. Nobody will shit on me. You know what I mean? But if I say, hey, I went to go watch Avengers at fucking Cowboy Stadium, they'd be like, good for your fucking stupid ass.
Then you get some
Tell Thanos, snap your shit away. You know what I'm saying? tell Thanos fucking snap your shit away since going to see Avengers was worth it.
Nah,
what else
but
did you
it
see
was,
this week?
Though. Say again?
You know, Avengers was. I watched that shit once a week.
Really?
I watched the last hour. No, probably it's like 50 minutes. It's from when Hulk snaps to when Tony Stark snaps. I watched that scene at least once a week. That segment of the movie I watch at least once a week. That shit gets my adrenaline going, bro. That shit is like watching Rocky beat the Russian, bro. I'm telling you, man. When fucking Captain America gets that goddamn hammer, and he starts wailing on Thanos, and then Thanos fucks him up.
Yeah.
And Thanos, in that moment, Thanos realized he had enough of these motherfuckers. when Thanos said, in all my years, Thanos is like an old black grandma. Thanos said, in all my years, I have gone from planet to planet, universe to universe, destroying planets, and I've never taken it personal. But what I'm about to do to your fucking planet, I am going to enjoy every moment of it. Because he was sick of they shit. He was like, these motherfuckers will not go away. These motherfuckers went back in time to stop me. They back again. Why they fucking with my future so much? Why are you so committed to fucking up my future? like, can you imagine how Thanos felt in that second, bro? Thanos was ill, bro. Thanos is the greatest superhero villain of all time.
Ooh, speak on it.
He is.
Why you say that?
Who's better than Thanos?
Okay. Let me throw another one at you. Joker.
Joker can't fuck with Thanos.
Tell me why.
Joker petty. Joker's a fucking you're a local petty thief. You just want Gotham? Thanos, that's all you want is this fucking Gotham, this fictional city?
How did people not move out of Gotham, bro? Go to Jersey. How much shit needs to go down in Gotham before you're like, I need to be in a Hoboken?
That's it. Thanos was a universal, worldwide.
You can't avoid it.
Planetary threat. You can't avoid it. Gotham, Joker, Penguin, Riddler, all that shit happened in that one city?
So within 10 years. That's a tough decade.
I know the problem.
Go.
Batman ain't had no black villains. If Black Man had one black villain, white people in that city would have had enough and got the fuck on, bro.
You think white people are looking at Joker and Penguin shit like, they're just misunderstood.
Joker got mental health issues. Penguin got body dysmorphia. They're just angry. Hurt people hurt people. The Riddler, you just don't understand his sense of humor.
Right, son. That's hysterical. One black guy comes in here, starts stealing purses. They're like, we need to move downtown.
Exactly. Guess who came to fucking dinner? Okay? If Batman had one black villain, that would have been enough for Gotham, bro.
Oh my God, dude. That'd be so funny. Like the first black guy that like Batman stops and Batman's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, what's up with your voice, fam? What's going on? Just speak regular. Yo, you hear him? And his stupid ass voice, bro. Yo, take a lozenge, bro. Take a Ricola.
Yo, how gentrified is Gotham? Bro, Gotham been gentrified since day one.
Yeah.
Like the only bad element in Gotham seems to be the villains.
Yeah. Wait. What do you mean? Keep going on that.
The only bad element in Gotham seems to be the villains.
So like you're saying the economy seems to be all right.
Economy is great, clearly.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne them was billionaires. And not only was Bruce Wayne them billionaires, nobody ever treated Bruce Wayne any differently. He was just walking around regular. It's not like Tony Stark's. When Tony Stark's walked in a room, it's like people bow down.
Shut it down.
Wherever Bruce Wayne was, it seemed like it was people that was on his level.
Yeah, he was just having like a nice business dinner.
That's it. Minding his business everywhere he goes. He wasn't even the life of the party any fucking way.
Yeah, like he wasn't royalty. It didn't feel
He
like
wasn't
royalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Yeah, so you think we need some black villains?
That's it. One black villain would have changed Gotham forever.
Whoa.
Because people would have moved. And then eventually Batman would have been like, well, fuck it. I don't have no reason to be here because I don't got nobody to protect.
That is interesting. Like, there are some ways where you could just, like, completely ruin comic books. You know what I mean? Like you could really ruin comic books, bro.
They got a series coming out on Netflix
About
called What If.
What If?
What If used to be a comic book as well, but it would say like, what if Iron Man was the king of Wakanda? You know what I'm saying? Like,
what if Spider-Man
like that?
What if Spider-Man grew up in like a rural town
where there was nothing to swing on? Where there was nothing to swing on, bro.
He'd just be shooting cum out of his wrists. Like, yo, look at this weirdo.
Getting all the town girls pregnant. That's what Spider-Man would have been doing. You know, I did want to talk about this, man. I saw this week, man, and I think it's very dangerous. I saw it happen to a couple people, and I'm glad it didn't actually go anywhere. The accusers, the people that accused Justin Bieber of rape, it was Justin Bieber and it was another person too I saw. I can't remember who the other person was.
Oh,
Look that up for me, Taylor.
It was like Tyler. He's part of a boy group. Or
he's part of a boy group?
Yeah, hold on. I'll find it.
Yeah, look it up. The reason I thought that was dangerous was this.
Mm-hmm.
You should not be allowed, and I can't tell you what you're allowed to do because people are going to do it. You make fake Twitter accounts, right? No picture, no nothing. And you just tell this story, right? You just tell this story about how you were sexually assaulted, whatever. I think it's very journalistically.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, the guy from One Direction.
Cole Sprouse. Cole Sprouse, that's his name.
I don't know who that is, bro.
Yeah, Cole
That sounds
Sprouse.
like a side dish.
He's from Riverdale.
Oh, the show Riverdale?
From Riverdale and the Sweet Like a Zach and Cody. Anyway,
bro,
what I'm simply trying to say is
he's
famous.
these anonymous Twitter accounts popped up, right? No pictures, no nothing. And they were telling these stories. I thought it was very journalistically irresponsible for media outlets to turn that into a headline.
Yeah. Twitter is
like that,
garbage.
You can't do that, yo. Like, it just you're not going to do no fact checking. You're not going to do no vetting. Like,
bro, can I tell you something?
Random Twitter accounts?
Can I tell you something? How lazy these journalists are. So in the Post, I think it was like yesterday or something like that. Like, I got written up with a few other comedians about like people who are like comedians who are like succeeding during Corona or quarantine, right? When the girl that wrote the story messaged me, she had no fucking clue about me at all. Like, I was like, are you familiar with any of like the things I've been doing? Like the rant that I do weekly or the podcast I do? Like, are you familiar with any of shit? She was like, oh no, someone told me that like you were involved in like the Call Her Daddy beef. I was like, so you were going to write an article about how I'm winning during Corona and have no fucking clue nor any research before you even have a conversation with me? And I called her out. I was like, yo, you're the reason why when Trump says fake news, people believe him.
No, you're right.
You're the fucking reason why your business is going down because there's no integrity in this shit. It's like, yo, you gotta do the research. Bro, we do this weekly rant, right? You know how fucking hard it is to find a topic that we really care about? One topic a week for 5 minutes. These people that do it every single day, you gotta make some shit up.
You gotta make some shit up.
You really do.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was disgusted by the Justin Bieber stuff only because, like, listen, if it's an actual woman, right? Somebody that you can verify that this person really exists. She has every right to tell her story.
Yes.
If you want to run with the story, cool. But an anonymous Twitter account?
Nah, B.
With no picture?
Nah.
Like, I don't even think it was a last name.
And Justin had receipts too. Justin came with the receipts, bro. I love that.
I didn't like that either, but I understand why he did it.
Nah, you got to do it, bro. You got it.
I get it. Sometimes you got to nip it in the bud. Sometimes you don't. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at however you choose to handle it. Right?
Yo.
But he nipped it in the bud. I probably would have ignored it only because I'm like, I'm not responding to these anonymous Twitter trolls. It's like, yo, you can't give people that kind of power is what I'm saying.
You're 100%.
Because once you go down that rabbit hole, they're going to be doing all types of shit like that. Because all they care, it's like some people get off on seeing these fake stories that they created go viral.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, bro.
Mm-hmm. It's
weird.
empowering to them, right? They're in their fucking grandparents' basement. They have no power in their own personal lives. They're like, wow, can I take down this big person? Can I take down this corporation? Can I get this guy fired? They get off on that shit. It's funny, man, how these stories like pop up and the things that you get canceled for. Because we were like mapping it out yesterday. Like the things that people are getting canceled for now are either racism or sexual misconduct, right? Those are the two categories, right? It seems to me, racism, if it's proved that it was a joke, you don't get canceled. You get kind of like paused, right? You just kind of like got to chill and then you can come back.
Yeah.
And you can look at all these people who have done blackface that like they apologize and then everything keeps on going, or they get chastised on the internet for a couple of days. As long as it's a joke, they're forgiven and they come back. But any of that sexual misconduct shit, it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, I mean, because the sexual misconduct stuff is, it's a crime and it's a violent crime.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't have no real receipts like
bro,
DNA test or video to prove you wasn't there, like you got to have real receipts in order for people to look at you and be like, all right, he good.
Yep.
You know, but if you don't have no receipts and it's just he said, she said, 95% of the time, they probably going to side with the woman.
And that's why
I can't be mad at them for that.
Nah, but that's why, like, there's two components. Like, one, that's why if somebody comes at you with some fake shit, right, in the sexual misconduct category, you got to fight for your life, bro.
You got to fight for your life.
You got to
get
fight
your lawyers.
for your fucking life.
Yes.
You got to go down, swing, bro.
Let
Start
me tell you
hooking off on motherfuckers. By hooking off, I don't actually mean punching people, but like, yo, post the evidence, do everything you want, because that's a stain that don't come out. So don't let that stain set.
I think that website should be held liable.
Who, Twitter?
Yes. I think the social media sites, I think the websites that run this shit, you got to be held liable. Because if people are able to come on your platform and slander you in that way, with no evidence, no proof, and now your reputation is fucked up or you lose opportunities or whatever it is, yes, Justin Bieber should be able to sue the fuck out of Twitter. If Twitter didn't, man, I don't even know. I'm about to say if Twitter didn't handle it in a timely manner, but how do you fucking know?
Well,
once
here's
this
the
shit
thing.
goes up and goes viral.
Here's the thing about Twitter, right? Twitter's unique. In terms of like all the other social media platforms, it's unique in the way that it makes things trend and like promotes trending things. And it's really easy to get something trending. Like you can get something trending with like 20, posts about it from different accounts. So now all of a sudden this shit is trending. And then once something is trending, people go, oh, that must be the story. So Twitter creates all these stories based on their algorithm, right? In a way that no other social media platform does. And it really creates the hysteria. So, yeah, they should be kind of held accountable if you're making this bigger than it really fucking is.
Yeah, I mean, somebody got to be held accountable because you can't never get to those goddamn trolls.
Yeah.
By the way, that is a new level of trolling. That's a new level of trolling. Like you a different type of troll when you do some shit like that. Like to wake up one day and say, I'm going to make a fake Twitter account and tell these stories about XYZ individual and then have that person respond to the story. I'm telling you, it's some little kid somewhere or some adult somewhere getting off on that shit, getting off on the fact that his story was a headline on all of these different websites, that Justin Bieber replied to his story. I'm telling you, he's sitting around right now in Gotham, okay, about to be a supervillain, showing fucking his friends what he just caused on the internet.
Yeah.
And as far as what you was talking about with the Jimmy Kimmel,
Fallon,
all of that shit.
Silverman.
This isn't a positively brilliant or what a fucking idiot. This is just another observation. It comes a point in time where we as a community, people of a certain age, we have to sit down and have a conversation about cultural context. Because cultural context matters. The 80s, I'm only speaking for the eras that I was around for. The 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s was a wild time. It was a wild fucking time. I don't even know how to explain it to you if you weren't there. If I was born in the year 2000 and I was one of these young, progressive, woke, leaned all the way to the left liberals. And I watched some of this shit from the 80s, some of this shit from the 90s, some of this shit from the 2000s. Whether it was TV, film, listening to music, I totally understand your outrage. I totally understand why you're upset. And I'm not even going to sit here and say things like, well, I was just a man of the time, or Jimmy Kimmel was just a man of the time. There was a time where it was all about how shocking you could be. It was all about pushing shit to the motherfucking limit.
Mm-hmm.
There was no line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That line y'all talk about crossing now, motherfuckers used to fucking Millie rock over that shit. Crip walk all over that shit. Okay? Moonwalk all over that shit. Didn't give a fuck about no line.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be mad at Jimmy Kimmel, you got to be mad at the whole system. And the reason I say that is he was on a talk show, a popular talk show. That means he had a network that was okay with this shit.
Yeah.
It was standards and practices that was okay with this shit.
Yeah.
It was a group of writers that was okay with this shit.
Yeah.
It was a showrunner that was okay with this shit. They all collectively came together and said, hey, man, this is a good idea.
Sometime at night, Paul Malone look up in the sky and say, what the hell going on up there? Do UFO live on other planet, phoning home like E.T.? Paul Malone read on TV about white people getting deducted by alien, sticking all kind of hell up their and that's a damn thing.
So you gotta understand cultural context, bro.
Yeah.
Cultural context fucking matters. People were driving the speed limit that the highway allowed you to drive back then.
Right.
And when they changed the speed limit and it was time to slow down because it was the best thing for all of us, we all slowed the fuck down.
And isn't it proof that people can change given the context of the time they live in? Like, that's why I don't understand why people want to cancel them for what they did 20 years ago. Like, Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel have become like the neutered, unfunny, woke people that the extreme left wants them to be, right? Like, back in the day, Kimmel used to be funny. Like, he had the Man Show on Comedy Central. He would like take risks, etc. And he wasn't like wagging his finger at people for bad behavior, but he's changed into the cuck that the left wants him to be. So you should be really happy that he's the cuck that you want all men to be now, right? Shouldn't you congratulate yourself?
I think when you're a Jimmy Kimmel, or anybody, you know, I use me as an example. I'm not preaching at nobody.
Right.
Right? But I know what I was. I know what the fuck I was. Okay? I'm not delusional about it.
Right.
So I'm not coming from a judgy point of view where I'm like, Jimmy Kimmel is wrong for wearing blackface and he needs to be canceled. No. Jimmy Kimmel needs to be viewed at through the lens of cultural context. And what was his intention, even with Howard Stern. I'm a diehard Howard Stern fan. I'm a radio guy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said to me yesterday, yo, what Howard Stern did was racist. I'm like, bro, Howard Stern was a shock jock. Everybody got it with Howard Stern.
Right.
Anybody could get it. Black people, Jewish people, Asian people, gay people, like whatever limit there was to push when it came to racist shit, sexist shit, misogynistic shit, Howard Stern would give you that. So he was a shock jock. He wasn't targeting one group. You know what I'm saying? And saying, this is the group I'm going to go after. This is what I'm going. No, that wasn't his shtick at all. His shtick was shock. Right. If it could shock you, that's what he was going for.
Right.
Cultural context matters, man. It really does. But you want to cancel Snoop Dogg? Because Snoop Dogg's old music? Because Snoop Dogg had a murder case back in the day? It's people grow, people evolve, but also, once again, context fucking matters. Cultural context matters.
Why is it we got a statute of limitations on crime, but not jokes?
Because a lot of people are discovering this shit now and they really don't. Bro, this shit is literally like being in the quantum realm. We don't have no, what's the word, of time. No concept of time.
Yeah.
We don't have no concept of time on the internet. On the internet, if you see Jimmy Kimmel in blackface, I don't give a fuck if it's 20 years ago. This is Jimmy Kimmel in blackface.
Right.
If you see Howard Stern, saying the N-word, there's no cultural context. This is Howard Stern saying the N-word. It doesn't matter that he said this shit 25, 30 years ago. It doesn't matter what the joke was. It's like, this is wrong. And by the way, it probably was wrong then. And we were just too young and too high and too not giving a fuck to notice. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling you that a lot of this shit went down, bro. A lot of this shit in the 80s, 90s. It's movies I can tell you to watch right now that you would be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I actually want to do a TV show or a YouTube series about that.
About what?
Like problematic glasses. Like, you know how you got the 3D glasses?
Problematic glasses.
Seeing content through a problematic lens. Like, now that you're older and you're a little bit more wiser and you know what people deem problematic, going through these different movies and TV shows with a fine-tooth comb and pointing out things that are problematic. Yeah. You'll be fucking shocked.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we like. We like problematic shit. Like, is what we're drawn to. Right?
Like, I mean, it's shit that they show now that you wouldn't even realize it. Like Marty McFly's daddy punched Biff in the jaw and knocked him out after Biff just finished sexually assaulting Marty McFly's mom in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
In a goddamn old school car in front of a high school.
In a PG movie.
In a PG fucking movie.
Or PG-13 max. It wasn't R. Right?
Nah, I don't think it was PG-13 at all.
I think it might have been PG.
Yeah, I think Back to the Future was PG.
Yeah.
But Biff was excited.
Yeah.
Biff saw her in that car in that dress and he was like, oh shit, we got action. And for the next 5 minutes of the movie, they fighting in the front seat. It's like, but that was regular in a PG movie.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, it's a lot of shit that happened in that era, in that time. That you know we need to have. We should have a discussion about cultural context, bro.
Yeah, that's also important. And also, it's like another discussion that's interesting to have is like, and I've just been talking to my girl about stuff as all these kind of like accusations come out. It's like, literally every girl that I've spoken to has a story with a dude where the guy did something like really shady and made her feel uncomfortable. Literally every single girl that I've spoken to has a story where it was like, yeah, I actually felt like unsafe in that moment. I was like scared. Right. So I think I get why like the Me Too movement or like these movements where women are coming and they're speaking out. I guess I get why it happens because for so long they've probably complained about this stuff and nobody listened.
Nobody paid no attention. Yeah.
Nobody paid. So the second somebody's willing to listen, all of a sudden they're like, well, shit, I got something to say too. Everybody ignored me in the fucking 80s. I'd love to tell y'all about some shit.
Well, that's why it's called Me Too. And by the way, when you have a village, it gives you confidence.
It gives you confidence. So it's like, confidence. I get that. And then obviously with that, you're going to get maybe an overcorrection. You're going to get these stories like the one about Bieber that are fake. And then the reason why these people who create these fake stories are so bad is because they delegitimize all the real fucking stories that these girls got to deal with, that they're finally getting listened to. And We shouldn't legitimize anonymous Twitter handles. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think we have, like just, the media has, but we really do have to take these sexual assault cases, these rape cases, a lot more serious. And when you're just letting anonymous Twitter handles have a voice, anonymous Twitter handles with no pictures, no nothing, that's not good. Yeah. That's not good. Save that blog space or that print space for a real story, a story that has some credibility behind it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, talking about a real story, Taylor said she had a clit ring.
Isn't that mutilation?
Yo, that is self-mutilation.
That's self-mutilation, yo.
That's self-vaginal mutilation.
It was just piercing in the ears and everything then.
That's mutilation too. What?
I don't really know what mutilation.
Why does Schulz know you got a clit ring, Taylor?
What were y'all talking about? I don't know.
I just got distracted by Charlotte's hairline. Can you take your hat off again? That shit was adorable, bro.
This shit gone Friday though.
Say what?
This shit gone Friday.
I mean, it never really was here.
I don't. No, it's kind of growing. No, I see it.
I think you gotta just shave the middle of it and then just keep the sides.
No,
That'd be
do
lit.
not do not do a Jefferson.
That's that Monistat 7 and that Jamaican castor oil.
Yo, honestly, can I see the back? Do you have any bald spot in the crown or not?
No.
No, you out here,
Son,
Shy.
you might want to just kind of get a little before you shave it down. You might want to see what the barber could do to it. I know, I'm drunk. You might want to see what the barber could do. The barber might be able to salvage that. No
All
bullshit.
he needs to do, he just.
I don't want
his
it. I don't
edges
like
are
hair,
messed
bro.
up, that's all.
Yeah.
I don't like hair. I don't like hair the way Taylor don't like her clit.
Excuse me.
So
That's not what it is.
what was going through your mind when you decided to shoot a hole through your clitoris?
I just thought it was sexy. So, and
Where did
I
you
realized
see one at?
on porn.
So you were watching
Oh.
porn, you saw the porn girls had a thing through their clit, and then you're like, I'm gonna get that. And then you just went to your local piercer?
I didn't go to my local piercer.
You had your friend do it? How'd
No,
you get it done? How'd
I
you
mean
do it?
there's piercings downtown, or people do piercings downtown, whatever, like actual building, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said I wanted it done. They have people do that all the time though.
Wow.
Who picked
that's
out the
ballsy.
earring? And what kind of earring is it? Is it a hoop? A little
First of all, I
diamond
don't
stud?
have it anymore.
But when
I
you
took that
had
out.
it, what was it? Like a wine cork?
It was just like a wine cork. What the fuck? It's just like what do they call
A
it?
silver
It's a
ball?
bar.
Yeah,
So,
the barbell thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And it was like
What's-
a pinch. That's it. It didn't
What
hurt.
smells worse? The earring back when it's in your ear or the earring back when it's on your clit?
First of all, my clit don't smell. My vagina doesn't smell. Period. And then it will probably be my earring though, if you're gonna make a choice.
Really?
The
You
earring
think?
back or when it's in your ear?
Because I'm always as a woman, you have to constantly clean your vagina.
Vagina.
Yeah,
Really?
not constantly, but like you gotta make sure it's good.
What?
So are you admitting, Taylor Gang,
No, I'm
Young
not.
Liberty?
I'm not
Are
living.
you admitting
Young Liberty.
that your earring stink?
That my what?
Dude, you know what's
Are you
crazy?
admitting your earring stink?
Yeah, because I don't take them out all the time. Yeah, probably. Like I'm not mad about saying that.
Wow, Taylor. That's wild.
Young
This
Liberty,
is the
bro.
second earring.
Young
like,
Liberty,
I don't-
dude. Liberty is crazy because you know
Whoa.
what? Your clitoris has a crack in it.
First of all, no, it closed up very quickly.
It did?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So listen, why did you get rid of it?
Did it get caught in some jeans? or
No,
something
I
like
got
that?
I got rid of it
Yeah.
because niggas don't know how to eat your pussy without trying to play with that. If you want to get real,
Wait. Why'd you get so thugged out right there, dude? That was sick. Yo, that was sick. You really put your foot down on that one. Let's go, Taylor. Hold on. Let me shake that gangster off me real quick.
She sound like she got a big ass fucking. She sound like she got a big ass beard with a big long Allen Iverson jersey on with a Philly cheesesteak in her hand, standing on the block, talking about niggas don't know how to eat pussy out here with my clitoris. The fuck?
Wait, what would they do?
they were just like it was literally just to be for decoration, and they felt like you're supposed to keep playing with it. That's not what you're supposed to do.
So you telling me when you
Oh.
smelt that earring, it had male saliva on it and whatever you were.
Why?
secreting.
No. What do you? What?
Well, they had to lick all over it.
They did have to lick all over it, so there's
So
probably
when you took it out
old
and you
saliva
sniffed it, because I know
No,
you
it's
smelled
not.
it.
Oh, saliva.
with some
When you
whiz
took it out and you
cheese.
put it right to your nose. That's the first thing you did. I don't
Yeah.
know why we do that as humans, but we do.
What?
Yup.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Soon as yes, you did.
No, I didn't. There's
The first thing you did when you took it out was smell it.
Now, did you put it in your ear? Did you repurpose the ring?
no.
Did a guy ever whisper in your ear and he was like, "This smells like pussy"? Yo. What?
So annoying.
I had to text Taylor last week because I was reading YouTube comments.
What happened?
Whenever I feel like torturing myself, that's what I like to do. It's sort of like self-mutilation, I guess, right? It's kind of like cutting. For real, it's kind of like cutting, right?
Okay,
So
go.
I'm on YouTube and they're like, yo, Charlamagne bullies Taylor. He doesn't ever let Taylor talk. And I'm like, Taylor, do you feel like I bully you?
The tides are turning? Is there Taylor support out there?
No, they hate her.
No, there is, though.
They always preface it with, I hate Taylor, but. They always make sure to say, I hate Taylor.
That's not true.
That is very true.
I get
very
stuff in
factual.
my DMs all the time, but I don't I've known you for how long? 5 years now, Charlotte? I don't know.
That's it?
Yeah.
Now,
God
did you know him
damn.
BC before Clit or after? when did you get rid of it?
He's so happy about this. A couple years ago.
Huh?
A couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Cool. I hooked up with only
5
one girl.
years? Wow.
Yeah.
One girl I hooked up with had it, but she had her lip pierced.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was weird. And I didn't know what to do, so I just moved the ring out the way, and then I just did what I did.
I didn't know that the ring was just there for decoration. That's new to me.
Yes, you're not supposed to guys think you're supposed to suck. No, that hurts.
It hurts?
Yes, there's a piercing in it.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to tear it up? Just go towards lower.
Go towards the
The
vagina.
hole, yeah.
Maybe you should have pierced the part that you want them to lick, and then it'd be like a cool target.
No.
You know? You know what I'm saying?
But either way, back to what Charlotte's saying.
Yes.
I don't take it necessarily personal because I don't know, I just in a way, with my friends, we give them the real shit too. I don't know, it's not
You're used to jokes. You're used to
I'm
busting
used to
balls.
jokes and
Yeah.
everything else like that.
That's why you get along with this show. You go with the
But-
flow.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care as much as I did this weekend, though. I was just a little sensitive.
But you were in your feelings when you were looking at them comments
That's
and
all.
everybody
I
was defending Taylor?
I was somewhere between O and K.
But Charlotte, me
And-
and you have talks all the time after that. You know what I mean? So it's not
Yeah, I'm very, I try to be very aware of how I make the people around me feel. I'm very aware of that because I don't care about the opinion of other people that don't know me.
You're that
Right.
funny.
What?
That's a great way of describing it. I'm very aware of how I make you feel. Now, I might make you feel like shit, but at least I'm aware that
It might
you're
happen.
feeling-
It might happen. Listen, I am an acquired taste. Schulz, you're an acquired taste.
100%.
I was on a conference call yesterday, crying, laughing, because they was asking me to participate in something, and I was like, "Well, who's all participating?" And they was like, "Well, everybody said yes except for one person because he can't do it, but Andrew Schulz just told us no." Just flat out no. just flat out no. And I'm dying laughing, right? And I go, why would Andrew? I said to them, why would Andrew say no? And then in my mind, I'm thinking, you know why the fuck he said no. It's Andrew. What the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm dying laughing. And I'm like, I'm going to call Andrew and find out why he didn't do it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
What is it?
Andrew
The
didn't do it.
shit?
I don't think we can say. I don't want to put it out there.
No,
I don't
we
wanna
can
blow
say
this
it.
spot up. Nah, because I don't think they advertise the shit.
But still, you could bleep it. But you know why?
Yeah, let's bleep it. I just thought it was funny because when you know your people,
Yeah.
shit like that don't surprise you.
Wait, so what happened? Break it down. What happened?
I'm
happened?
talking. I'm just on the phone. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, I'm down. And I'm like, well, who's all in? Before I said I'm down, who's all involved? And it was telling me everybody that's involved, and it was like only one person because they couldn't do it. No, two people because they couldn't do it. But then Andrew just flat out told us no. Andrew Schulz told us no. And I'm just like, Andrew, it's fucking crazy. I'm like, Hezzy gave y'all the fucking Hezzy again. I'm like, so he didn't give y'all no reason? He was like, no, he was just like, no.
No,
No.
well, that's the reason.
No. By the way, no should be enough.
Right? Like, why?
Right?
When we say
No
why
should mean no.
Yeah, why can't no mean no?
Exactly.
Why they trying to put the tip in? You know what I mean? They out here trying to put the tip in, bro. Why can't no mean no? You know what I mean?
No, you cannot just eat it. Okay? No. Let's bleep it though. I don't want to blow their spot up. I don't want to blow up the fact what they're trying to do.
Hey
Like,
man,
I
I wish them best of luck. I'm super. You know me. I'm the most grateful for everything. That's super grateful. It's always love right there. But you can still make correct business decisions. And if I don't think it's the right business decision, I'm not going to rock with you. Simple as that.
I'm with you. I
also asked them how much they were paying, and they didn't say. So
that's something. Something like that. I wouldn't even money. I wouldn't even be thinking about money.
I'd love to be in that position. I love that. That's a nice position.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know for a fact that at this point in my life, money does not move me.
Money is not what?
Money has never really ever truly moved me. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like doing things that have meaning. I like doing things that have purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to do things that can empower other people, and I want to do things that make the world better.
You know what? I fuck with you 100%. I think that's right. I think something we've been saying on this show forever is that money does not motivate us. That, but money does allow you to do certain things.
Absolutely.
And if like crazy amount of money allows us to like expand the studio or film a show that we want to do or like create our own projects.
It gives you freedom.
It gives you freedom. And that's really the idea for me, with money and that kind of stuff. But we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens.
It doesn't give you peace of mind. I need people to really understand that. Because I'm going to tell you something that I've added to my repertoire. I am a full-blown tree hugger now, bro.
What you mean?
I'm a fucking tree hugger. Like, legitimately going in my backyard and putting my hands on trees and putting my forehead to the trees and praying and meditating. Let me tell you something.
That's not a tree hugger, bro.
What's a tree hugger?
Yo, son. A tree hugger.
Am I a tree fondler?
No. A tree hugger is a derogatory term used for hippies. Because they love the environment.
But I thought it's because they're so in touch with nature that they go and they touch things and
they're just making fun of them. They're basically like, yo, you love nature so much you would hug a tree. Yeah. You're just clowning. They don't really think they hug trees. You out here hugging trees, bro?
I was on the phone with my sacred purpose coach. Salute to Yachty.
With your what?
Like, my sacred purpose coach.
How much money you spend in a week on just like mental health shit?
That's where my money goes, baby.
Bruh, shit.
Y'all go buy the phantoms and the ghosts. I'm investing in my mental wealth for real. Like,
yo, call me. I got you.
I do that too.
30 minutes a week. You just tell me about the trees you want to hug. I'll be like, don't do that shit. And then we'll get off the phone. It'll be mad quick.
Listen, all that counts. I like therapy. I like my sacred purpose coach. I got my goddamn, my gemstones courtesy of Karma Bliss. Salute to Debbie Brown.
Come on,
I got all of that shit. I'm burning sage. I'm lighting incense. I got that goddamn Badu pussy incense.
Wait, what?
That Badu pussy, baby.
Yo, got some?
I don't know if you can have that in the fucking house, bro.
My wife loves Erykah Badu. I ordered it for her.
Wait, what does it smell like?
My wife loves Erykah Badu.
What does it smell like for real?
Bro.
I was on Erykah Badu's website. I spent about $400 quick.
All right, so what does Badu think her pussy smells like?
First of all, your pussy shouldn't smell.
Say again?
Your pussy shouldn't smell.
It shouldn't smell.
Girl, you just told us your earring back on your clit stink.
Yeah,
no, I didn't. You said that. Don't try to do that, yo.
Yeah, you said it smelled like Ishkabibbles.
No.
That's what you said.
Yo,
I hate you. I want some now, though. Yum.
You want what? Ishkabibbles?
Yeah, I haven't had a cheesesteak in so long.
No, but for real, what is Badu smell?
Why does the smell of your pussy make you hungry? Anyway, what'd you say? You said what is this? You said what does it smell like? It smells good. I love it. My oldest daughter hates the smell of incense, period. But I like the smell of that Erykah Badu. I be like, I take that shit with me if I go somewhere. I'm lighting that shit out in the backyard. I got my sage going. Like, I'm into this shit for real.
Come on, dog.
Like,
stop it with this shit.
No,
why? I'm out. I'm into
gemstones. You're into
all of that
sage.
So you know, like the different types and like the different names of the gemstones and everything like that.
No, but I would encourage everybody to go buy my sister Debbie Brown's book, Dropping Gems. No, it's called Hold on, what the hell is the name of Dev's book? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Dev breaks down all the meanings of all the stones.
It's taking every ounce of energy in my body to not trash this.
Yell gay.
It's so hard.
Oh, you want to take it back to the 90s and let that slur rip, don't you? Listen, Dev's book is called Crystal Bliss. Attract love, feed your spirit, manifest your dreams. But nah, I'm into all that. I was on the phone with Yachty, and I was
why
talking
is
to her.
it girls that can't get a diamond ring love gemstones?
That is not
Wait a minute.
it.
Oh,
All these single women out here loving fucking rhinestones. And
Hell no.
That is not true. You
turmeric
have,
or
but
whatever
you
the-
have one too, though.
Debbie is married and
Say what?
rich.
Say what?
Yeah.
Debbie's married and rich.
Yeah, she's selling that book to a bunch of broke single ladies, bruh.
No,
She's into mindfulness. And by the way, Beyonce just said on that new song, Black
here we
Parade,
go. Here we go.
I charge my gems under the full moon.
Oh shit.
Yes. I charge
Oh,
my gems under the full moon. But
shit.
listen, quick story
Yeah.
before we go to break, because I gotta do a conference call real quick. It'll take like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
My Circular Purpose Coast, I'm on the phone with her. I'm going through it. I'm somewhere between O and K, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. This jazz
What does
shit
that
fucked me
mean?
up.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's just how I feel. I really feel like I'm somewhere between O and K.
Like
Right.
in terms of the alphabet, like A B C D F G H I J K.
In terms of how I'm doing.
oh,
right?
the word okay,
Yes.
and you're in the middle of it.
Yes, because the jazz shit I'm not gonna lie, Jasmine shit fucked me up, right?
Yeah.
It bothers me at wild, weird times.
Yeah.
So Yachty goes, you have several trees in your backyard.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know I have trees.
Yeah.
She said, I want you to go outside,
Yeah.
put your hands on the tree, put your forehead on the tree, pray, breathe, meditate. I went out there and I did that day. Let me
Right.
tell you something. I immediately felt great. So I've been doing it every day since. Nyla, my little homie Nyla, my niece Nyla came over to the crib.
Hold on. Can
One
we go
day
back
last-
to this
Excuse
tree
me.
thing?
Excuse
We gotta go
me.
back to this
Wait,
tree thing.
time out.
Is
I'm
the
going
person,
back.
Does the person
Me
that
and-
told you to do
Me
this
and,
white?
Nyla was out there together.
Excuse
Bro,
me.
hold
You
on.
never asked me.
Hold on.
Ask you what?
Hold on.
Hug a tree?
Hold on. Is the person that told you to go do this with the tree white?
Indigenous.
They're indigenous. Okay.
Yes. So they know. I got my
Because-
shoes off. I'm connected to
For
the
any
ground.
of
I'm
our white
praying.
listeners, please do not advise black people go hug trees or do anything with
No,
trees.
you can hug all the trees you want in your yard. Now, I wouldn't advise you to do this in Central Park. They're going to lock your ass the fuck up. Okay? That looks very suspicious. All right? Well, me and Nyla together was on one tree with our foreheads to the tree. I know my neighbor was looking like, what the fuck are these black people doing? Okay? They're doing some type of seance or something in
That's
the backyard.
not what he was thinking. If he's racist, that definitely is not what he was thinking.
It was like, why doesn't he? Like, hey, remember that noose you made for Bubba Wallace? Could you bring that over here? So I got a couple live ones in the backyard. Hold on. Let me get on this call. Hold on.
All right, we'll pay some bills.
Pay a bill.
We're going to pay some bills, right?
Yes.
Hey, guys, make sure you get your dicks hard, okay? Make sure that those dicks are hard and long. Make sure that you have control of the pipe game. If you want all these things to be true, all you got to do is Blue Chew. Did you see me rhyme that? I didn't even mean to rhyme that. Your boy got bars. You know what I'm saying? Bars. That's right. Blue Chew. Okay, same active ingredient that's in Viagra and Cialis. You take that, I'm telling you, it's the best sex of your entire life. You can give your girl the best sex of her life. Ladies, tell your man to do it. Best sex of your entire life, of his entire life. And you know what? You can get it for free. All you got to do is pay the $5 shipping. You just got to go to bluechew.com and use our promo code IDIOTS. Idiots with an S or idiot with... Oh, idiot. Make sure you use the promo code IDIOT, okay? And you're going to get that. I'm telling you, it's the best dick of your life. Ladies, you deserve it, okay? Fellas, you deserve it too. It's idiots. I knew it was idiots. You use that promo code IDIOTS. Use that promo code IDIOTS. BlueChew.com. Use that promo code IDIOTS. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. You are going to get them pills for free, and then you are going to deliver dick like you've never delivered it before. I wish you best of luck. Let us know how it's going for you. Let us know how amazing the experience was. I'm telling you, it's the truth. I've used it. Al used it. I can't speak on Taylor Gang, but we're trying to get Taylor and her man to try it out. We'll see what that is right there. Guys, that's it. BlueChew.com. Make sure you use the promo code IDIOTS and you get that free. Just $5 shipping. Let's get back to the show. All right, we back. Where were we? We were talking about Charlotte and you tree hugging.
We was talking about listen, hugging trees is really good for your health. And I actually just looked it up because I never did any research on it. This is just something that my Sacred Purpose coach Yadi told me to do. And so I went out there and I was barefoot and I'm in my backyard and I got my hands on the trees and I got my forehead to the trees and I'm praying and I'm meditating and I'm taking deep breaths. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt whatever energy was coming from that tree was radiating through my body. And I just looked up that hugging a tree increases levels of hormone this can't be Oxycontin. Ain't no it's not natural Oxycontin in your body, is it, right?
Oxycontin?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Oxytocin. How do you pronounce that?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin. So it increases levels of hormone oxytocin. This hormone is responsible for feeling calm and emotional bonding. When hugging a tree, the hormones serotonin and dopamine make you feel happier. And I'm not going to front. It does. I've been doing it. I've been going out there like every day, bro.
Yo. You try to fuck that tree, bro. Come on, bro. Be honest. Be honest, bro. If hugging it feels good, how would it feel if you slide that meat in that tree? You know how sometimes trees got them little knots on it that look like a fat puss?
I would never fuck
Do you know the ones
tree.
I'm talking about?
I do. I would never fuck the tree because trees can't consent. But
well, why would it be just waving in the wind like that? If it did, why would it be waving in the wind like that? If it didn't want you to chop that thing down, Charlotte,
you just in my backyard naked.
Son,
you just trees don't wear clothes.
Trees don't wear
bark.
Clothes.
I guess bark is clothes.
Huh? Well, why would it be barking
clothes.
At you if it didn't want you to climb that tree?
Ooh, I hear you, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
You want me to give you this bone?
You know.
That's why you barking at me, Mr. Tree.
I'm just saying, come fall, them trees look real naked, Charlotte.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like I'm never gonna look at a tree.
That's why you look a little bare.
You look a little bare in the fall.
Bare in the fall.
Mother Nature's pimping you out to me.
Ooh, you need something to warm you up, Mr. Tree? Why do you keep saying Mr.?
Everybody's a little gay.
Why the fuck? Why every episode? Why do I have to say
the male cop? Now you got Mr. Tree. Bro, you know what you gotta do? You gotta put the syrup into the tree.
That's all syrup is, though.
Ugh.
What is it?
Seriously, what
Tree
do they call
cum.
it?
Maple syrup.
Yeah, but it's not syrup. It's a word for it that's on
Tree
trees.
cum,
I can't
sap.
remember. Sap.
Sap.
Sap ain't nothing but tree sperm.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta put the tree sperm in there. How do you think it got in there in the first place, bruh?
What if you put your tongue on the tree sap?
Say what?
What if you put your tongue on the tree sap? Like, what if you lick the tree sap?
Yeah, that's what syrup is. Maple syrup, dude.
No.
Put it on your pancakes, bruh.
Nah, syrup is from a certain tree, though. It's from the maple tree.
Exactly. So if you're not a maple tree, then you don't have maple syrup. But if you're just a regular tree, you got regular syrup.
You just got regular sap.
Got that sap.
All I'm telling y'all is hug a tree. Now, during the break, when I had to go do this little Zoom meeting, Taylor called Nyla. You said you FaceTime Nyla.
Yes, and she said that she was hugging
FaceTime her right now. See if we can get her on the mic. See if we can get her recorded.
Maybe I could just have her call into the Zoom.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her the Zoom link and then she can maybe call in.
No, because she don't seem like she in the state to call into the Zoom.
No, she was talking fine, right? Wasn't she talking fine?
She can call in from her phone?
Yeah.
Oh, she can't.
Yeah, she can. It's an app, Charlotte.
I don't know shit about technology.
What are you talking about?
I never tried it. I didn't know you could call in from the goddamn Zoom. I had no idea.
I'm gonna send her now.
Hey, NBA coming back, baby.
Yo, what you think about it?
I'm cool with it. I'm like, I don't have a problem with it.
Do you think they're going to use Corona Warfare?
What is Corona Warfare? Coughing and shit?
I'm saying, like, if you know that you got the Lakers in the first round, are you going to do whatever it takes to give King James that Rona? You're going to send some Corona his way?
Wow.
You know, he
Didn't
orders
think about that.
delivery. Like if they could send some poisonous pizza to MJ, you don't think they could send some Corona?
So you saying they would use
Over to King
biological
James?
warfare?
I'm just saying, how bad do you want to win?
Very interesting.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. Is that what they said?
I wonder if
Why does that never work with marriage?
I wonder if the NBA is going to be honest with players that are asymptomatic though.
Ooh.
Because if LeBron tests positive for corona and he's asymptomatic, you really think they're going to quarantine Bron for 14 days?
Nope.
Get the fuck out of
Nope.
here. You think they're going to really quarantine Kawhi Leonard for 14 days? Hell no.
Nope.
They're going to quarantine James Harden? No. You're going to have to really be showing signs, passing out like our good brother DL Hughley.
What happened to DL, bro?
DL's interesting. DL's interesting because it's I've had that before. I've been dehydrated
Dehydration?
and exhausted. Yeah, you know, but he tested positive for corona.
But that wasn't the reason why he passed out, right? He was just like traveling a lot, dehydrated.
I don't even think he's been traveling a lot. I think that might have been his first show back. Because we've been on quarantine. All this shit just started back.
Yo, feel better, DL.
I prayed for
That's my
DL though. I prayed for DL, one, because I love DL.
It really
and I think
is?
He calls me his daughter.
That's her stepdad?
No, he calls me his daughter though, and I see him because it reminds me of his daughter.
Oh.
I prayed for DL, one, because DL is hilarious, and I think DL is a brilliant mind, and I love DL, but also I prayed for him because he got a quarantine in Nashville, bro. Like, it's very important to know where you test positive for coronavirus.
Bruh.
Don't even go for a test in a city you don't want to be stuck in for the next 14 days.
If you like white girls with blonde hair and fat asses, Nashville's the place to be, my friend. Nashville's
Really?
one of the most slept on cities on the planet.
Well,
Nashville's incredible.
I know. I mean, listen, I rock
What do
with
you call
Nashville.
fat
My
ass?
man Bobby
Say
Bones
again?
is in
What do you call
Nashville.
fat asses?
Taylor getting all jealous
I'm not kidding.
of these white Nubian queens and their fat ass donkeys that they got on the back of them. That whole challenge where the guy stands on the girl's back started with white women.
Stop.
Yes, it did.
It did start with a white woman.
It started with white women and their
started with a white
fat
woman.
asses. White women got high, fat asses that we've been stepping on for years.
I'm not
So you like Nashville?
Yo, Nashville's this shit.
Word.
Nashville is an amazing party city because from what I experienced there, and people in Nashville probably tell me I'm wrong, for what I experienced there is like, it doesn't have that kind of like classism, elitism that New York does in the party scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, my man Bobby Bones lives in Nashville. Young Buck been screaming Cashville, Tennessee forever.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's a young buck.
I know a few people from Nashville now that I think
Yo,
about it.
Nashville is a fun fucking city, bro. He might have made that shit up.
Just to stay there for 14
Just to
days,
stay
right?
there. I mean, that's a great way to get away from your wife, bro. You say you got
Yeah,
corona,
but that's
stay
the thing.
there, fuck white
that-
girls with the hee-haw.
But that's what I meant when I said you got to, you know, I prayed for him because, like, Nashville, I don't want to be away from nobody for 14 days. Especially, you know what I mean? I just went there to do comedy at Zany's for the weekend. I
Yeah.
don't want to be here for the next 14 days.
Yeah, but what if you could be like smothered in white women? Smothered in them.
Black Lives Matter.
Say what?
That's right.
Black Lives Matter. That's true.
And
Yeah,
black men
yeah.
don't cheat.
Listen,
Why you trying
And
to
black
make them
men
cheat?
don't cheat.
DL would let
That's
down
all
so
facts.
many-
But white
DL
women
would-
bleach their buttholes. So sometimes you got to check that out. And then Nashville's the capital of that.
A bleach buttholes?
When
Bleach
they bleach
buttholes.
it, is it just the same color as what they are?
Bro, their buttholes look like church wafers. Why you thinking we started eating them? You know what I mean? That's what we do.
DL could not, if DL got caught with a white woman right now, man.
Oh my
But
god!
But why do you
That
think
that would be a
DL's
letdown.
chin hair is
You
so
got- yeah,
is
you-
so white?
That would be a
Be eating
letdown.
that eating that church wafer. Nah, I'm
I'm telling
joking.
you.
By the way, I'm totally
Listen.
joking. DL.
If DL get caught with a white woman right now,
It'd be
man,
a problem?
You have to cancel some of the protests.
When? Why?
Yeah, because he's so pro-black. Like
You
he
can be
always
pro-black and be
no,
with a
but
white
he like is
woman?
always no, but like
Not in
he's,
2020.
he's putting.
What about Jordan Peele?
You don't follow him on
Huh?
Instagram?
Jordan Peele. He's
Huh?
you know who he is?
Jordan Peele, the director?
Yeah, isn't he? You know, he got all those movies about how
That's
That was a
different.
movie, bro. He ain't really with no
I
white
know.
woman.
He's with a white woman.
Yes,
His
he
wife
is.
is
He's with
white.
a white woman.
What happened to Nyla? I saw Nyla up just now. She didn't come on.
Why are you switching the topic?
Huh?
Wait, she did come on? So
Yeah, she was up there. I didn't see her pop in.
Yo, look at Dwayne got the sexy view.
Huggy Bear.
Yeah.
I want to see what Nyla. I want to see what Nyla thinks about the tree hugging, man.
she's red.
But no, I am ready for the NBA to come back. I saw what's the kid named Bradley from the Lakers? What's his name?
Avery Bradley.
Avery Bradley said he's not playing this year.
Yo, turn your computer a little bit so you're more in the center.
He said he's not playing this year, so they bringing in J.R. Smith, I heard.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I think whoever stayed in shape throughout the 3-month quarantine is who's going to end up being the NBA Finals champion. And I'm going to tell you something else.
Yeah.
All of y'all out there that said the NBA is going to be a distraction from the protests,
That's me.
turn your goddamn TVs off.
I'm boycotting, bro.
Don't even turn a game on.
I'm not.
Why
I'm
do you want the
boycotting.
NBA back so bad?
I don't want the NBA back so bad. I just don't think that it will be a distraction to anything that's going on out here. In fact, if you look at the way the media is going right now, the media has already kind of moved away from, making the protest the primary thing that it's talking about.
Good
So
point.
the
I'm back in.
The NBA would come and put light on it again. The
Yo, that's
NBA
a good point. You got me back. I'm watching, bro.
But
I'm
you
just
don't
saying.
think it's be
I'm
stronger?
flip-flopping, bro.
I'm just saying
I'm
you don't think
flip-flop.
it'll be stronger because a lot of, especially the white-owned teams and everything, they want NBA back. So this is their part of for them to like use their power and be like, no, we want all this shit before we go into playing again.
I don't think y'all know how government works.
Yeah.
But you don't think they? But I'm saying you don't think
Yeah,
they want
Taylor.
to. You
Yeah,
don't think that the government? I know all of them watch ball. Like
Only thing stronger than
Balls.
government is a white woman's ass.
Listen,
That's it.
as we're recording this right now, we're recording this, and the Senate hearing is on right now. You know what they're in the Senate debating right now?
Hillary Clinton.
No, they're debating police reform. Ain't no NBA owners in there. Ain't no NBA players in there. They're literally, if you turn the TV on right now, you will see the Senate debating police reform right now. Ain't no, like I said, there's no NBA owners there, no NBA players. They're like, what do y'all want these people to do?
But I'm just saying because it's so like so many people like the sport, they could put a stance in making it more powerful. Where it's like, okay, if we gotta for us to get the NBA back, we gotta get this done. Like I don't know, I just feel like it'll be more powerful.
There's not. First of all, no police reform is gonna get passed until well after November. It's not gonna be Tim Scott's bill that gets passed no time soon. It's not gonna be the Democrats' Justice and Policing Act that gets no time soon. This is going to be a political talking point till well after November. They could give a fuck about the NBA, the NFL, or whoever else. Like, no. That's why I said everybody plays different positions. Everybody does different things. Like, we're looking for NBA players and owners to be our policymakers and to be the people that create this legislation and push this legislation through. Like, that's not how any of this works. I think that people think that anybody with money has a say in what goes on in the whole entire fucking world.
That's how it works. if you got a lot of money, you got to say about what's going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Because these politicians need money to run. They need money to campaign. They can't win without campaigns, so they accept that money.
And trust me, those NBA owners have already put in their bids. The NBA owners that are behind these campaigns, they already put in their bids for what they want.
Yes, and they want it, and they want to get back to business. So
and they're gonna get back to business regardless. You know why?
Why?
Because it's not a strike. There's no
Right.
strike going
What do
on.
you
We're acting like
say-
this is a strike.
What do you say about the players that don't want to play, though?
That's their prerogative. They have every reason not to play because they can say it's a liability. They don't want to catch coronavirus. You know what I'm saying?
Do they still
Like,
get paid, though?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. And that's the other thing that we don't forget. Those guys have a job.
Right.
Like, they're under contract. Like, they work for somebody. So I don't know how that shit works, but I know that you can't just show up because you don't want to show up. I know
Right.
that if you're a player and you don't show up just because you don't want to show up, you know what they start doing to you, right?
What do they do?
Fining you. They start fining your ass.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know how that would work in this situation. I mean, clearly they're giving people the option, right?
Right.
Because some people are choosing to opt out. So I don't know. I don't know if they get paid or not. I just know that I just don't think the NBA would be a distraction at all. And if the NBA would be a distraction, then Major League Baseball should be a distraction. The NFL should be a distraction. By the way, for everybody saying that teams are organizations should sit out, the NFL is definitely the people who should do that.
Is definitely what?
Yeah, they should.
They're definitely the people that should do that.
Yeah, you're right.
If the NFL wants to make changes in the actual NFL,
Yeah.
now is the opportunity for those black players in the league to
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
more so than the NBA. Like y'all should be giving that energy to the NFL.
Yeah. Are they going to? Do you think Colin's going to end up on a team?
Isn't he part of a thing now?
Say what?
I put it.
There was rumors he was going to get a tryout for the Chargers, I think.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
He's on the board of directors at Medium.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Lions. The Lions ownership said they'll support the coach and GM if they want Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Detroit
Go
Lions,
out there. He should audition.
Yeah.
I mean, he should audition. He should have a tryout. And if you kill the tryout, you should be on a team. That's sports. The great thing about sports is they're merit-based. The great thing about sports is if you are so good at a sport, it doesn't matter what color you are, what race you are, what fucking religion. I mean, hopefully anymore. Obviously, there's stories of people that have been blackballed because of those things, but that's the reason why we love sports and why we're drawn to sports. It's the great equalizer.
I just want to ask one simple question.
Yeah.
If the NBA coming back would be a distraction, why wouldn't Colin be signed to a team and playing in the NFL?
Colin should play in the NBA.
I mean, shut up. Man.
Yo, man. Come on, bro. You got to support it, dude. For real.
Taylor, I want to answer to that question.
Oh, wait. You
Taylor?
said if what?
You think the NBA would be a distraction,
Yep.
but you want Colin to get signed to an NFL team.
Yup.
I agree with you with what you said about Colin before, saying that he's bigger than the NFL at this point. Like,
But if Colin came back, would you consider that a distraction?
Yeah.
You see that energy? That energy was kept right there.
So you don't want him to have a job?
That energy was kept
No,
right
I didn't say
there.
that either. But I wouldn't say it would be a bad distraction because hopefully he's still doing the same thing as in
Oh, you mean kneeling?
Yeah, like and everything else.
Oh, so you mean by kneeling at the game, he would bring awareness to the protests that are going on in the street?
I know
Same
you
thing.
were about to say.
The same
But
thing.
he's
NBA
been
players
doing that
do.
though. Stop. No. He's
I'm
been
just
doing
saying,
that.
guys.
I knew you got to turn that
Oh,
around.
see what
yeah.
he did right there? See what he
just
did right
saying.
there? Hugged you like a tree. That's what happened. Put you to sleep.
Come on, let's do some Ask an Idiot. Or do we have shit you don't care about next week? Which one?
What's the shit that we
There's
won't
shit
care
you don't
about next week, though?
Do you guys want to talk about Eminem going
What did he do?
towards? He made a verse dissing Revolt TV, like Diddy and all that.
No, I thought
And
he
I had
likes
to-
Diddy or something.
That was old.
This
I don't give a
week.
fuck, man. I remember when you used to get dissed by Eminem and that shit used to mean something. I remember being a young man in the late 90s and, you would hear Eminem diss these people and you'd be like, oh shit. And for the past, Eminem has mentioned me in like 4 songs.
Yeah.
And nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody get like when I say nobody, like his stands don't even jump on me and be like, Eminem killed you. It's just like nobody cares.
Yeah, it
Like
is
nobody
interesting.
cares. He's
Yeah,
mentioned
why
me in like
is
4
that?
different songs.
Why is that? Like, he's so skilled.
I think
But-
sometimes sticks run their course.
Say that again.
I think sometimes sticks run their course.
Shtick.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what I said.
Yeah, whatever you said. I don't know.
The stick from the tree I was hugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think sometimes they run their course. And like, Eminem has dissed so many people. It's just like, oh, that's just what M does.
Yeah, I agree. And
I
also,
mean-
like, he doesn't longer feel representative of like a cultural sentiment. And when I say culture, I'm not talking about like when black people go, the culture. I'm talking about like what the zeitgeist, like what people are feeling at a time. Like when Eminem came out, he kind of really captured angst. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
like
yeah,
people
yeah,
jumped on the
yeah.
angst. Same thing like when Nirvana came out, they captured angst. And like you could when
And he was rebelling.
Sam Cooke,
and he-
like
yeah.
Sam Cooke came out, he captured a feeling of soul that people had, right? So it's like right now, you see him, and it's the same thing as like watching Seinfeld do stand-up. It's like, am I watching something that should be happening 30 years ago? Like what? Like you have to make this relevant to what's happening now. I'm watching like a caricature of itself.
Yeah, and back then he was rebelling against pop culture, right? And we could all agree boy bands were corny. You know,
Yeah.
Britney Spears was corny. Like
Yeah.
that was easy targets, right? But it's like now it's like, I like Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Like, I like Charlamagne. You know, and we've never seen M go at a formidable opponent,
That's true too.
rap wise.
That's fair also, but I think another thing going on here is that like Eminem was taking shots at people that we all hated or disliked, but
Yes.
we didn't really have the platform to take shots against them. Now we have memes. Now we have Twitter. Now we have Instagram. We say how we feel about famous people every single day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you just having a clever line is not going to be more clever than something you see on Reddit.
And back then it was shocking, right? It was shocking when you first saw somebody say, fuck you, Britney Spears, and this today, because it was on MTV. It was on their platform, this platform that all these people thrived. So to see this guy standing by Dr. Dre, not giving a fuck in that way, it was cool for a while.
And he's nice. Like there's no question his skill level. Like the skill of rapping, he's nice.
Never take anything from him rap wise. Never. I've never taken it. Only thing I've ever said about him, he's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
You
but
know
like
what I'm saying?
there's plenty of rapper. No, even the skill, like rapping is probably the least important part of rapping. You know what I mean? Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, not a great rapper.
Some of the intellectual.
Yeah, I'm talking about actually like rhyming the words is the least important part about it. It's like building up the character and building the persona and creating the interest.
That's
like,
old though. That it used to be. It was a time where it was really all about lyrics.
No.
And by the way, it still really is though.
Even though back then, that time when it was about lyrics, they were still larger than life personalities.
Yeah, but they couldn't help it. Like Tupac couldn't help but be a larger than life personality. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if
Eminem,
Tupac's a lyricist though, fam. You consider Tupac a lyricist? Like
I'll tell you why. I didn't back then, but I'll tell you why I do now.
Okay.
Because his bars have aged so well. Like it's things that you can put on from Tupac 20 years ago that sound relevant to today, like right now. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, yes. Back then I didn't think he was a lyricist. Back then I would never compare him. I thought Nas was better. I thought Biggie was better. Like just from a technical standpoint, like rhyming, bars, Jay-Z, all of those guys. But his music has aged so well that you gotta say, yo, this guy's a lyricist.
Yeah, like just because the lyrics don't seem as like complex or complicated as those other guys, if they stay around and have lasting effect, then you have to give credit to the lyrics themselves. I see that. That's a different way of looking at it. Yeah.
Does it still matter? That's like with stand-up, right? Like, yo, does this joke is it still relevant to this day?
Yeah, it's like this joke might not be crafted in the perfect way, but the sentiment still sticks. So you're like, yo, that's fire.
Chris Rock, N-words versus black people. It's not going nowhere. Dave Chappelle is doing callbacks to goddamn Killing Me Softly. Killing Me Softly came out in 2000.
Yeah.
And the Ja Rule shit still stands because of social media, though. But still.
Yeah.
As I'm saying, like, it still matters. What's the next? Give me another one, Taylor. Shit we won't care about next week.
I mean, more political, like Trump's at Tulsa, or that the black guards are not allowed to guard the guy that killed George Floyd.
That was wild.
Wait, what's this?
That was wild. The black guards, they wouldn't let the black guards escort Derek Chauvin, the guy that murdered George Floyd, the cop.
Why?
The reason because I guess they thought that he would have some preconceived prejudices, some preconceived biases. It's like, America, do you ever think about that when it comes to white people in black white officers and black prisoners?
People,
do you ever think about that?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Now all of a sudden you care about prejudice and bias?
Yeah.
If these black cops got a little bias towards him and they want to rough him up a little bit, it's understandable. All right? Everybody on this planet would understand whether it was a black cop or white cop that roughed up that guy, why they did that. What we don't understand is why you do that to black people that you don't even know. Like, you're just doing it because the person is black, that's different.
Yeah.
When you're just doing it because of the color of somebody's skin, that's different. When you're doing it because this motherfucker actually did something, come on, man.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Come on, man. You think they don't rough up child molesters? You think they don't rough up child rapists?
Yeah,
you
right.
don't think they fuck them up?
Yeah.
And would anybody care? You ain't trying to defund no
No
police.
one cares,
You
yeah.
I
find
wonder
out
if
they
they
beat
did
the
the
shit
same
out of a
thing.
fucking child rapist.
You think they
Yeah.
did the same thing to Dylan Roof too? Probably.
What do you mean?
Like trying to make the black guards not protect Dylan Roof or
I
whatever.
have no idea. He got caught in North Carolina. There was no black officers. It was all white officers.
Did you
that
see
brought
the
him burger
picture? You see the picture of Derek Chauvin and the picture of the guy they have in custody now, and people saying they're different people.
I'm not listening.
You didn't see it?
I'm not listening.
I'm just saying, bro. The
I'm not listening
ears
to
look different. I pay
are
attention
crazy,
to
yo.
ears.
People are so crazy on the internet. The narratives that people come up with on the internet are so fucking wild to me, bro.
What do you
Like
mean?
it's the shit people can make themselves believe is so crazy to me.
Yo, the ears
Like-
look different, bro.
Because you know what it is? And I thought about this, right?
What is it?
In certain situations like that, you don't think the cop's gonna ever get arrested. So if you're on social media saying, they gonna never arrest this cop, America's this and America's that, and yada, 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 and then they arrest the cop. And then they charge the cop. Instead of just admitting, damn, I can't believe it. I was wrong. You gotta pivot.
You gotta
This is
pivot.
not him.
That's not him, bro.
This is not
That's
him.
not him. Sometimes
give
you
me-
gotta pivot. You never done that when you get caught cheating?
Cheating. I don't even know if getting caught cheating feels like no.
Bro, what?
I haven't gotten caught cheating. You got caught cheating or something?
No, but I'm just saying, back in the
You've
day.
mentioned that a few times.
Bro, back in the day, first of all, I'd never been caught cheating, but back in the day, you know what I mean? I got caught cheating once, and I just told her it wasn't me.
I don't even know what that feels like. I don't know what it feels like to get caught cheating no more.
What I'm saying is, if you go with the "it's not you," she'll be like, "What are you doing?" And you just go, "I don't know who you think I am."
What?
That's it, bro.
What?
That strategy cannot not work.
Who she fucked?
Yo, what are you
What?
talking about? I'll be like, Andrew, who?
Taylor, hit me again. Hit us.
The Ja Rule commercial.
I love that shit.
Ja the man.
John
So tired of
really
y'all
is the man,
I'm so
yo.
tired of y'all fronting on fucking Ja Rule. Ja's the fucking
He's the
man.
man, but yo, 50 needs to calm down, bro. Why? Like, 50 is another one. He's about to enter the like Eminem realm of just like, we
No.
get it. We
No, well,
get
not
it.
Not with Ja. Not with Ja. 50 can beef with Ja for the rest of his life, and I totally understand it. I think that we're forgetting 50 and Ja Rule actually had a fist fight in front of a hotel.
Who
Murder
won?
Inc. I don't know. Murder Inc. actually ran up in a studio and stabbed 50 Cent at one point.
Really?
I didn't know.
Yeah. Murder Inc. They got Murder Inc. Actually, the
I know
reason
they
50,
tried to
the
kill
reason
him.
50 got hit up 9 times. It's
Yeah.
like, if you try to kill me a couple times, man, it's probably gonna be fuck you for life.
Oh shit, I didn't know it was like that. Yo, keep
Yeah.
on going, bro.
Oh, you
And
didn't know
matter of
that?
fact, fuck Monte Cristo's or whatever that restaurant is. Fuck everything, yo.
Wait, hold on. Did Ja Rule start it then? He started the beef?
I don't even remember how they beef started. I just know that they fought in it was in front of a hotel in Atlanta. They got into a fist fight, and then they were in a studio. They all got charged for that shit. They all, like all Ja and Irv. I don't know if it was Ja and Irv, but it was Murder Inc. members got charged with that shit, stabbing 50, and then when 50 got shot. And they tried after all that, they tried to blackball him out of the music industry.
Nah, bro, that's fuck you for life, dude.
Yes, I'm never mad at Fifth. When I see Fifth going at Ja, I'm like, look at my petty cancer brother holding a fucking grudge
Let's go.
forever.
Let's go.
I don't have a problem with it. You try to do me like that, you try to take me out.
Fuck you for life.
Fuck you for life. Fuck you, God bless you.
Not even God bless you though.
Now I say God bless you.
Will
I
you?
say God bless you. Now I ain't gonna say no shit like I don't wish you no harm.
Dividing up the God blessing, dividing up the well wishes, man, funny to me.
It's true. I'm not gonna lie and be like, I wish the best for him. No, I ain't gonna go that far.
But God
Fuck
bless.
you, but God bless.
There we go. All right, that's enough.
it.
All right, anything
That's
else,
it.
Taylor?
That's it. And by the way, that's from a TV show, by the way.
What?
That Ja Rule shit he did.
Oh yeah, he was pitching a show.
It's an actual TV show. It comes on TBS. Look that shit up, Taylor.
Oh, I thought it was a trailer.
Nah, it's an actual TV show. It's coming on. It's called damn, I just saw that shit. Why the fuck can't I remember the name? It's called
Ja Rule commercial is actually from a new TV
it's
show.
called Celebrity Show Off.
Yeah.
Yes, and it comes on June 23rd on TBS. And yeah, the whole point of that commercial was for them they all had to make some content from home in order to go viral or some shit like that. So Ja won. Annie got that fucking Greek restaurant mad promotion in the process. So salute to Ja. Let's do some Ask an Idiot, Taylor.
Let's go. What do we got?
That was shit you don't care about next week. Whatever the fuck. What's it called?
I don't even care about it now. I didn't even have to wait till next week to not care about what we just talked about.
This is from Justy Jonathan. Should Karens be required to seek mental help when they do Karen things?
Should Karens be decided to seek mental health when they do Karen things? Should they be what?
Do they seek mental health?
Yeah, I mean, if you are suffering from mental illness, you should seek mental health. I don't know if all these Karens are suffering from mental illness. They might be suffering.
Do you think racist is a mental illness though?
I don't think racism is a mental illness. No. I don't think you're like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. Because that absolves. To me,
exactly.
I think that people with mental illness can be racist, but I don't think racism is mental illness because it absolves the personal accountability of deciding to have those views about someone and not challenging those views if you already have them to see if they're not exactly true. So I don't want to let motherfuckers off the hook.
Yeah, I don't want to let people off the hook, but it is a part of me that thinks hating somebody simply because of the color of their skin is fucking insane.
Oh, you have to be low IQ. You have to be low IQ.
Yeah.
You can't be high IQ and be racist, right? Like, you have to be stupid enough where you believe these things dogmatically, you don't question them at all, and you have no personal experience with these folks, and that's why. So it's a low IQ behavior, but being, like, just unfortunately being born dumb doesn't mean that you're necessarily mentally ill. And there are a lot of dumb people who are not racist.
Our people, man, some people, I think human beings, we have to believe in something. Like, it's just our natural nature to believe in something. Like, there's never been a generation, a civilization of people who didn't believe in something, right? Right. And I think that sometimes when somebody can make someone a villain or make somebody a boogeyman, it gives you something to believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate this group of people because this group of people does X, Y, and Z. They're the villains. They're ruining the world. Whatever. It just gives you something to believe in, right?
Yeah, and it probably justifies the position you're in life. So the reason I don't have success or the reason I don't have this is because these motherfuckers are holding me down, etc.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Hitler's whole idea with the Jews, right? He's like, these are the people and these are the reasons why Germany's struggling and we need to get them out of it, blah, blah. So, of course.
I thought about that with religion too. I don't know if you have to have a low emotional IQ or you just have to have a desire to believe in something. To really believe in religion. Because I was talking about that story that happened in Arizona where the church, it's this mega church in Arizona, and they had the air conditioners or the air filters. And they said the air filter can kill coronavirus. Like, it can kill 99.9% of coronavirus or some shit like that. So just to get everybody to come into the church and feel good about coming back to church after the quarantine. And I was like, yo, that's such an easy thing to pull on church people. Because think about all the other shit they believe in. They believe that a white man walked on water. They believe that a white man took 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and fed 5,000 fucking people. How can you be a caterer and a Christian?
You can. You gotta believe, bro.
How can you be a caterer and a Christian? You're a caterer.
Yeah.
5 loaves of bread and 2 fish can't feed 5,000 people. But you believe it when somebody tells you in that church.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's because they just have a need to believe in something or because they have low IQ, emotional IQ.
I don't think it's low IQ. I think it's we all have a need to believe. And I think that, like, maybe your level of curiosity changes the way you look at the stories. Like, maybe instead of looking at the stories like, how did he functionally feed 5,000 people with these 2 loaves of bread? Like, maybe there's another message in the story. I'm not that familiar with it, but maybe there's a message about how to feed people and, like, when you have something to give it to others. And, like, for me, that's what I look at the Bible as. Like, just this is a a rule book for life. And all these stories are examples of how you can do things in life. They'll actually make you feel better and live a better life.
The Bible is a book of subtweets.
A book of what?
The Bible is a book of subtweets.
Subtweets.
Yeah. You just got to decode it. It's just a bunch of subtweets. It's like some of this shit you may read and it might hit you. It might apply to you like, oh, he is talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taylor, give us another one. Ask an idiot. You're not saying their names though.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you did?
A Ron Lee 13 said, if you could bring back one historical figure from the dead, who would it be and why?
If you bring one historical figure from the dead, who would it be and why? That is a trick.
Well, I got two.
Okay, go, Charlotte.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the greatest transformer of men and women that I've ever witnessed personally. I mean, it's not the most, it's not the most easiest task to take somebody who was in prison for whatever crime 20 years and have them come home and turn them into a totally different person. It's not the easiest task to bring people off the street and make them actual civilized human beings. Like the Nation of Islam was really that. It was a nation. Like if you know the history of the Nation of Islam, a lot of the things that Black people are attempting to do or have done in the past, they were doing. Like they had their own businesses, they had their own communities, like they had their own thing. And the other thing about Honorable Elijah Muhammad that I love so much is I love people that create other legends. Like to me, you create Muhammad Ali, you create Malcolm X, you create the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Bro, that's what kind of go to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's got two students that are definitely more popular than him, that definitely get quoted more than him, that definitely get looked upon as these legendary figures more to him than to a lot of people, right? Like if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you'd be like Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X. It's just, you'll just rank them like that over the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But for me, man, that brother was something serious. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for the same reasons. Like he would be so interesting now because he is a guy who actually got legislation changed.
Right.
The thing that y'all are asking NBA players to do, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was actually on the front lines doing. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, he'd be very interesting. I salute to Justin Richburg. Justin Richburg created this cartoon that had me interviewing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. I just thought that was so ill.
Yeah.
And I'm mad it only got like 30,000 views right now. I thought that was going to rip harder, but so I'm not going to post anything else on my page. But, it goes, it moves the way I think that it should move. I'm that guy. I'm not putting nothing else on my page until y'all appreciate that goddamn Justin Richburg cartoon. I'm gonna let it sit right there.
Last but not
What about you, Schulz? Who you would bring back?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. And I'd like to think more on it because I don't want to waste the answer. But I don't know. I know that.
Do you think he'll be a comedian?
I think part of me is like, I'd love to see Patrice now and like just be able to like talk to him and like Patrice O'Neal, that is, and like see how he would synthesize what's happening in the world today. And yeah, but I really like to think on that. Maybe next week I'll have a good answer for that. Yeah, I don't want to just throw that out there. Yeah.
True.
Last one, if y'all want. Right?
Yeah,
okay.
Last one.
So Junior Williams wants to know who'd make a better president, you, Schulz, or Charla?
Ooh, good question. Charla, you make a better president.
I say Schulz.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
I would say Schulz.
We're going to both run as vice president. Yo, that's what we should do. We should both run as vice president, no president, and then there's just no president in America.
I think Schulz would. I like the way Schulz executes. I like the way Schulz thinks. I think Schulz might be I honestly think Schulz might be a little more fair than me.
Interesting. I think you're an amazing communicator and you get messages to people incredibly quickly. Like there's no fat on your messaging. So it's just, this is how I feel. This is how you probably feel. Here it is. And I think that's really important, especially now when you have all this clutter. Like there's all this clutter about what's going on. It doesn't matter. Coronavirus, this many deaths, that many deaths, da, 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 da. And the Charlamagne approach is just like, can I go outside? You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Can I go outside? Yes?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, you could go outside. End of the conference. So I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
see,
you're
that-
really effective at communicating. And now, obviously, the tricky thing would be for you is that it is so important to you right now. To uplift Black people, right? And to be president of the United States, you would have to at some point convince people that lifting up Black people lifts up everybody. That would be the trickiest part. But I think you could definitely do it.
But that's what I said. That's why I said I think you probably be a little bit more fair than me because I'm gonna stand in front of America and say, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say verbatim. I don't wanna hold on. I don't wanna miss this moment. I'm gonna tell you what I would say verbatim.
Okay.
Verbatim. I would say, once upon a time, there was a supervillain named Thanos. And Thanos once said, as long as there are those who remember what was, there will always be those who cannot accept what can be. With that said, we're killing all white supremacists effective immediately. Okay? We're killing anybody who wants to hold on to the Confederate flag and Confederate memorials immediately. If you are not able to adjust, are you able to adjust? We need to know if you're able to adjust.
Right.
If you are not able to adjust,
Nah.
gotta go, baby. We don't got time. We trying to move into the 21st century, and we trying to move into the 21st century fast and swiftly. What are you holding on to?
Right.
What are you holding on to? You're already rooting for the fucking losers. You don't want the statues of the slave defenders to come down. What? All jokes aside, seriously, I'm asking racists this real question. What are you holding on to? Like, what is being racist doing for you?
They think they're losing something probably. Like they're on.
What are you losing? You're white.
I know.
If you're white in America and you're not winning, it is your fucking fault.
Maybe they've got nothing besides that. And maybe they've been sold this lie that just because they're white, they're better than the people that aren't. And they're holding on to that because they have absolutely nothing left.
You know what I would tell them? Get out
What's
the
that?
fucking South and move to Manhattan for a summer.
Uh,
Okay? Once
Go-
you move to Manhattan for a summer as a white
Yo,
person,
real talk?
you'll get all the confidence you fucking want to go back and take over the world.
No, but you know what's interesting? Uber kind of took the last thing white people had away from them.
What is that?
Like just getting cabs. Like if at the end, like if at the end of the day, you were like, man, being white ain't shit anymore. I'm broke. I got nothing. But you just hailed that cab. You're like, still got it, baby.
Shut the fuck up.
But then Uber came around. They're like, fuck it. Snatched that shit away from me. From white
So what do you
people
do?
so quick.
So what do you do if you're in the South? You don't catch no cabs in the South.
Yeah.
You can call an Uber.
That's
What
why
do you
they
do in the
so
South?
racist.
Damn.
Yeah.
You might be right, bro. You might be right. Like I said, seriously, I'm just like, it's something to that though. It's something to, this is all I got. I'm a poor white guy, poor white woman. I don't have shit else.
Yeah.
But to think I'm better than you.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think I'm better than you is because society tells me I am.
Yeah.
You start reminding people that they poor white trash. They don't want to hear that
They
shit.
don't wanna
'cause
hear
guess
it.
what? And by the way, you'll embrace being poor white trash as long as you're better than that nigger.
I won't agree with that statement, but yeah. I think. But yo, for real, I think that's it, man. I think the way to explain it to these people is like, yo, minorities being equal to you does not make you less than them.
It's just that
It's
fucking simple.
Equal. Like what don't you understand about equal?
Like there's no like fuck what Terry Crews is talking about.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as black supremacy, and
Right.
there never will be.
Right.
We don't want to be better than anyone.
I have a question.
We just want to get treated equally. And by the way, those of us who already think we better than people, we the winners. Schulz, you don't think you're better than all other comedians?
Yeah, but not all, but most. All except
you
one.
probably got
All
you probably
except
got your
one.
You probably got your side. Okay, one. That's good. All right, that's even better.
So it's like, but it's obviously respect to GOAT, Dave Chappelle, and we're just talking about living, right? But yeah, it's just, I hear you, man. You need to have that confidence. Now,
gotta have the confidence.
Now, I don't think that because I'm white. That's the thing. Is like motherfuckers need to start having confidence on shit besides the thing they're born with.
And nobody thinks that you're a GOAT because you're white.
Exactly.
You're good.
Exactly. You got to have merit at the end of the day. Nobody sees a white person. They're like, man, you are white, bro. Like, killing it.
That's it. On the radio, they like, yo, that motherfucker there is a beast on that goddamn radio.
That's it.
And you know why? Because I thought I was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I was like, I'm better than all these motherfuckers.
Yo, maybe that's what we need
People
to do.
see confidence,
Maybe we need
though.
to stop. Maybe the way to like help white supremacists not be racist is to be like, yo, have some confidence in yourself, bro.
Bro, maybe that's what it is. No, for real,
Get your self-esteem up, man. Like,
yo, Schulz, I think you hit it on the head. I think that's what it is. Yo, you got low self-esteem.
stop being so insecure.
It
Like
is,
that only
though.
thing you got is the thing that you had nothing to do with. Like you have nothing to do with you being born that color.
Word up.
Right? Like have some self-esteem. Get good at some other shit.
If the only thing you got to lean on is your whiteness, that's whack.
Yeah.
As fuck. What are you good at, bro?
Can nobody eat their cousin's pussy like you?
Yes.
Put your head up. Billy Ray, put your fucking head up. All right? Okay? And by the way, if that is the thing, you listen, you're laughing, but that is the thing. If that is the thing that gets little Billy Ray's confidence up, now he's able to stand on something and move on to other things. Let's not act like a woman telling you that you good at that cunnilingus. Don't motherfucking boost your goddamn confidence.
As long as they're both over 18 and consenting. That's
it.
really all that matters. Yeah.
I've told y'all a million times how, I got a good friend of mine told me I did not eat pussy.
Told you how to or said you were bad at it?
Told me I did not know how to eat pussy.
Oh, yeah. Heartbreaking, right?
And no, she was a real friend because she gave me a book called The Ultimate Kiss.
Uh-huh.
And that book taught me how to properly give cunnilingus.
But you also are willing to learn, though, Charlamagne.
Cunnilingus.
You're right.
Because guys aren't usually.
And I know I was willing to unlearn my whack-ass technique. Just being all over the place, wax on, wax off with your tongue.
Yeah.
I was willing to unlearn that bullshit technique and learn a proper technique of licking the clitoris off and on like a light switch. So all you racists have to be willing to unlearn all of that bullshit racist white supremacy bigotry that you've been taught by your parents or America, and you have to be willing to learn.
Get a skill.
You have to be willing to learn a skill, but also learn real love and empathy.
Yeah.
And learn that everybody is just like you. They're just a different fucking color. That's it.
I think it's pretty good, man.
We don't fuck our cousins.
Say what?
And we don't fuck our cousins.
And we don't. Second cousins. It's a small town.
Shut the
Listen, a lot of us first experiences were with family members.
With family members. Keep it in the family.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I got molested by my cousin's ex-wife when I was 8. And after that, I was getting humped on by cousins. It's like, all right, listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace, guys.